Have you ever been talking about something that's really useful and thought, that's a great idea? Let's hit record so we can share this with everyone. If you're looking for best practices for your bank or credit union, join us while we talk all things sales, marketing, and strategy for financial institutions. Let's make it happen with FiGrow Solutions.
Hi there, I'm Meredith Olmstead, and I am the CEO and founder of FiGrow Solutions. And I am here with Ida Burr, our digital ads manager. Say hi, Ida.
Hi, everyone.
So we are here because we were just having a great conversation about when to use different kinds of paid ads on Google, whether or not you use display ads or search ads on Google. And so I told Ida that I really wanted to stop and hit record, and share some of this information with the rest of you all because it's so useful for marketers who are putting together ad strategies for banks and credit unions. So Ida, first things first, what is the difference between a display ad and a search ad?
So the display ad is typically an image. You'll see them a lot. If you're on different websites, you see them like pop up, they're the banner type ones that are long and horizontal, or they have like little square ones that you'll see pop up on various websites. Whereas the search ads, they show up in Google when somebody types in the search, and you see those populate on the top of the results usually. And it'll say like ad very small. And that's usually the only indication you really get that it's an ad.
Gotcha. Okay. So the display ads kind of follow you around potentially on different websites. A lot of times we tune them out because they kind of live at the top of the page or along the side of the page. They may or may not be related to what you're online looking for, right? So you might see a banner for toilet paper, even though you're online searching for a rental car. Like you just never know what the banner ad's going to be. Whereas search ads are kind of like, if you put in a search term on Google, it shows you in your results page, it'll show you ads first and then the organic search results. Okay. So that makes sense. So when so we do a lot of search ads for our clients, and we've done some other podcasts about that. So when are display ads a good idea? Because we don't do a lot of display ads for our clients. Our clients are banks and credit unions, and we don't recommend them too often. Why is that? And when would we recommend them?
So definitely display ads are not a normal ad that we suggest to clients. Like every once in a while, we'll have a campaign that we suggest display. They should not be a normal part of your, campaign structure in Google, in our opinion. Some people see success with them, but it seems like it's a lot more of like an e-commerce type of site, because they can follow you around and say, oh, you were looking at this pair of shoes last week, remember?
Right. Oh, yeah.
And that kind of like sparks your memory of a purchase you almost made. The display ads are great for getting a lot of impressions and getting in front of a lot of people and potentially a lot of clicks as well. But it's more of an interruptive type of ad, like especially with bigger products that credit unions and banks offer, like applying for a mortgage. Like if you're looking for a rental car and you see an ad for a mortgage refi, you're probably not going to convert. It may be something you register in the back of your head and you think about later, but you're much more likely to get a conversion if somebody's actively searching, like in that mindset.
So in a sense, it really goes back to the goal of your ad campaign. So if you have a goal so most of our clients are really keen to try to drive conversions. They want people to start and hopefully finish applications for new accounts, for loans, for, whatever different product or service they're promoting through their ads. So if they're trying to get conversions, that's why we focus on search ads. But if instead your campaign goal is to get impressions or to build brand awareness and try to start getting in front of people, that might be when you would potentially use display ads. Okay, that's interesting. What would be another example of or like a successful example where you've run display ads for a client before and gotten some good results?
Yeah. So One key too is always to make sure that you're established in the area that you're targeting. This is not like a first step in the door. This is a new area. Let's just throw a bunch of display ads out there. So if you have an established area where people do know your name, we've had success with like kind of specialty products. Like we had a client who had jumbo mortgage offer. And like it's not something that we saw a lot of search volume on. People weren't actually typing in like jumbo mortgage rates or jumbo mortgages near me. It's kind of one of those things where they're like, I need a product, and then they figure out that they qualify for a jumbo mortgage. It's not something, that is very well known.
Gotcha.
So we did see some success with that campaign. Of building awareness of that and kind of targeting the area that they're well known in.
Okay. And so if you're trying to say somebody is trying to penetrate a new region or a new area, like maybe they're going to open a new branch in like a totally new zip code and they want to get in front of people in that area, would display ads be a good option in that scenario?
I mean, I think this kind of comes back to the way that the display ads are delivered. So they kind of just block it out. Like I think if you don't have that brand recognition, they just kind of skim right over the ad when looking online. A better option for that would be creating a search campaign around credit union bank terms. So people actively searching like credit union near me, or a checking account, a free checking account near me, or open a checking account online. Those types of searches, we tend to get better conversion for. Where like, again, if your brand isn't known there, nobody pays attention to them.
So if you do have like a specialty product promotion, and it is an area where you're well known, display ads can potentially help drive impressions and maybe even some traffic, but not a lot of conversions. But if it's a brand new area, you probably need search to be your highest priority in that kind of a campaign. What other kinds of like quick ending tips should we give everybody about running display?
So with the display ads, you definitely want to have the images professionally created. Because of all the different devices these ads will be shown on and different placements, you want to make sure the sizes are correct, the text is correct, that, if they see it on their desktop and then they see it on their cell phone, they could read it in both placements. Also, not spending a ton on the campaign right off the bat. Like start it off at $15 a day or so, tops. You can even start smaller, and just see, are you getting the results you're looking for? Are people clicking through? Is the traffic quality traffic, or are they just bouncing right off the website? Like they're clicking the ad by accident and just leaving. So definitely kind of dipping your toes in before taking the plunge.
Yeah, I know we've seen where we work with new ad clients when they come in, we've seen a lot of other, professionals who work in digital ads and who work in Google ads who can dump a ton of budget into display ads if you're not careful. And they get really worked up about it. And they say, oh, look at all these millions of impressions and look at all these great clicks. But then when you dig into the quality of the traffic, these people are bouncing right off the page. There's no conversions going on. They're not spending any time on your website. And so it actually has a negative impact on your domain authority over time with organic search. Like we've seen where if you send really low quality traffic to your website, you can actually impact your organic search to go down. So that's definitely something to be cognizant of. So awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Ida. This has been really useful. If you all want to learn more, we have lots of information about running digital ads on our website. We have some Academy resources on FIGRO.com, as well as our blog and all of our other information about case studies and that kind of thing that have worked well for clients in the past. So let's get out there and make it happen. And we'll hopefully see you again on a future podcast. Thanks.